Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another electrifying video. Today's Ziri hero brawls aren't just a continuation, they're an escalation. What worked yesterday might not work today. The battlefield has shifted. Keira steps into the spotlight, new counters are emerging, and the margin for error is razor thin. If you think day one gave you the full picture, think again. This is where strategy meets adaptation, and one wrong choice could cost you everything. Let's dive in and break down what's changed, what's working, and how you can stay ahead in day 2 of the most intense brawl we've seen yet. Before we jump in, a quick note, many of you watching my videos haven't subscribed yet. If you hit that subscribe button, it really helps the channel grow, and I promise I'll do everything I can to keep improving the quality and bringing you even better content, every single time. If your day 1 strategy worked and you want to stick with it, go ahead. There's a good chance it'll still bring results on day 2. But keep in mind, many players are now adjusting their defenses based on what dominated yesterday. And I've already seen lineups specifically designed to counter the teams we used. That's why today, I'm going with a different approach. Not because the first strategy stopped working, but because the battlefield is shifting, and staying one step ahead is what keeps us winning. Yesterday, many of you crushed it using the teams I shared. But others ran into trouble, and there's one pattern I couldn't ignore. The Lara Croft debate. Yes, I used her in my primary team, and I stand by that choice. But I also gave a full alternative using Keira. Still, I got a lot of criticism from players who only watched the first 30 seconds or jumped straight to the fights. And let me say this clearly, if you don't watch the full video and apply the full strategy, the result is on you, not me. So, if you tried everything I explained and still struggled, that's fair, and I want to hear about it. But if you're skipping explanations and drawing conclusions from battle footage alone, you're missing the heart of what makes these strategies work. Now, with that cleared up, let's move forward. Welcome to day 2 of Ziri Hero Brawls, where we ditch Lara Croft and shift to a full Keira-based composition. Here's the team that will carry you through today. Ziri with Oliver. Keira with Vex. Tristan with Fenris. Lyria with Biscuit. Sebastian with Albus. Team Pet, Axel. This setup gives you stability up front, heavy armor penetration, control, and rapid physical burst. Keira delivers massive chain attacks, and when supported properly by Tristan and Lyria, she can tear through both tanks and supports with ease. But now let's address the most common concern I saw in the comments. What happens when you're using Keira and you run into that Lara Croft team from day 1, Ziri, Lyria, Tristan, Sebastian, and Lara? Here's the answer, and it's simple: swap out Tristan for Helios. Then, change your battle pet to Albus or Vex, depending on your damage needs. Let's talk about why this works. Lara Croft relies on critical hits. That's her edge, and Helios punishes that better than anyone. In most of my tests, Helios takes her out fast. Once she's down, the rest of the enemy team becomes manageable. But here's the trade-off. Tristan is essential in this composition for one major reason: Ziri. Ziri is too tough to be handled by just one hero's armor penetration. Lyria alone won't bring her down, and that's why Tristan's armor penetration artifact is so important in the base team. So when you remove Tristan to add Helios, yes, you neutralize Lara Croft, but now Ziri becomes your new problem. That's where the pet comes in. If you use Albus, you add more raw pure damage, helping you burn through Ziri's massive health pool. If you use Vex, you get bonus armor penetration, and his curse adds extra damage over time, which stacks nicely against tanks. So in this adjusted lineup, you're still using Keira as your core damage dealer, but instead of trying to overwhelm both threats at once, you target Lara with Helios and solve Ziri through smart pet support. Now full transparency, I didn't run into this exact Lara Croft team in my live battles today. So the footage I'll show you is from combat training, where I recreated the scenario. The logic still holds, and in every test run, this adjustment delivered solid results. Let's quickly revisit the core principle here, because it still applies. Don't fight mirror matches. If you see a team nearly identical to yours, skip it. These battles usually come down to random factors, pet timing, auto-targeting, crit luck, and aren't worth the risk. Also, don't underestimate the biggest threats still lurking today: Helios, Ishmael, and Yasmin. Ishmael's crit bursts can still cut through your front line if you're not careful. Yasmin's jump can snipe Keira before you even react. And Helios, if you're relying on crits and don't handle him fast, he can wipe out your damage dealers in seconds. The teams I shared today handle most of those matchups well, but I'll be watching your feedback closely. If we start seeing consistent losses against specific threats, I'll bring adjusted counter teams tomorrow. So for now, stay alert, test carefully, and let the comments section be our battlefield journal. As always, if a team surprises you or defeats you unexpectedly, share your experience in the comments. That feedback helps everyone, and it lets me craft even better strategies for the next wave. And don't forget, you only get 5 lives per day in hero brawls. Don't waste them experimenting blindly. Use proven setups, adapt when needed, and aim for smart, calculated victories. And there you have it, Guardians, the Day 2 strategy for Ziri hero brawls. Whether you're using Keira with Tristan or pivoting to Helios and countering Lara directly, the key remains the same: precise team building, smart pet choices, and calculated decisions. If this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you don't miss tomorrow's breakdown. We've only just begun, and I'll be right here with more counters, more team updates, and more ways to win. Until then, stay sharp, play smart, salute and friendship.